Eggs are often called nature's multivitamin, and for good reason. They're not only widely available and affordable, but also incredibly nutrient-dense. A single large egg delivers an impressive package of high-quality protein, healthy fats, and an array of essential vitamins and minerals. These include vitamins A, D, E, B12, selenium, and choline, nutrients vital for brain health, immune function, vision, and cell repair. From a biochemical standpoint, egg protein is considered complete because it contains all 9 essential amino acids in proportions perfectly suited for human needs. This makes eggs ideal for muscle recovery, tissue maintenance, and even supporting enzyme and hormone production. Choline, one of the standout nutrients in eggs, is especially important for cognitive health and fetal brain development. Selenium, another key component, acts as a potent antioxidant that helps reduce oxidative stress, lowering the risk of chronic diseases. Culturally, eggs transcend borders and cuisines. They are staples in everything from simple scrambled breakfasts to intricate dishes like quiches, soufflés, and custards. Their unique chemical composition gives them remarkable functional properties in cooking. They can emulsify, as in mayonnaise, thicken, as in custards, and stabilize, as in meringues. This versatility has made them indispensable not just in home kitchens, but in professional gastronomy. Even in specialized diets such as low-carb or ketogenic plans, eggs are celebrated for their ability to provide sustained energy without spiking blood sugar levels. However, as healthy as eggs are, their nutritional value and safety depend heavily on proper handling, storage, and preparation. Many people unknowingly make mistakes, such as overcooking, which can oxidize cholesterol and reduce antioxidant content, storing eggs in warm or fluctuating temperatures, or consuming them past their safe date, which can not only degrade nutrients but also pose health risks. But before we dive into all that, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. We're here to help you live healthier, feel better, and age vibrantly. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a wellness tip that could change your life. And tell us in the comments, where are you watching from? We love hearing from viewers around the world. 1. Eating expired eggs, a hidden danger. Expired eggs may harbor Salmonella enterica, a pathogenic bacterium capable of causing serious foodborne illness. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC), Salmonella infections can trigger fever, vomiting, diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and in severe cases, hospitalization. The elderly, young children, and immunocompromised individuals face the highest risk. Beyond safety concerns, older eggs lose moisture and carbon dioxide over time, which alters pH levels and can cause nutrient degradation, especially in proteins and vitamins. A simple home method to assess freshness is the water test. Place the egg in a glass of water. Fresh egg sinks and lies flat, small air cell. Less fresh but usable stands upright, larger air cell, but still safe if used soon. Spoiled egg floats, significant gas buildup from decomposition. Even if an egg passes this test, cracking it open is essential. Any sulfur-like odor or unusual color in the yolk or whites means it should be discarded. 2. Storage best practices. Temperature control is critical. Eggs should be refrigerated consistently at below 5 degrees Celsius 41 degrees Fahrenheit, ideally in the back of the fridge, where temperature remains most stable. The refrigerator door is the worst place for eggs due to constant temperature fluctuations from opening and closing. Moisture is another factor often overlooked. Because eggshells are porous, condensation on their surface can facilitate bacterial penetration, even when there are no visible cracks. This is why eggs should not be washed before refrigeration. Washing removes the natural bloom coating that acts as a barrier against microbes. In commercial settings, washed eggs are usually immediately refrigerated to offset this loss of protection. But at home, washing before storage is discouraged. By following these safety guidelines, you not only preserve the full nutritional value of eggs, but also protect against preventable foodborne illnesses. In the rest of the video, we'll break down more common egg handling mistakes, so you can get all the health benefits without the risks. 3. Another surprisingly common mistake is removing eggs from their original packaging and transferring them into decorative containers or fridge trays. While it might look neater, this practice actually compromises both the safety and quality of your eggs. The factory carton is specifically designed to protect eggs from light, moisture, and absorption of odors from other foods. It also contains essential information, such as the expiration date and batch number, which are critical for tracking freshness and ensuring food safety in case of recalls. From a microbiological perspective, keeping eggs in their original carton minimizes the risk of cross-contamination. When eggs are stored loosely and come into contact with raw meat, unwashed vegetables, or dirty surfaces, bacteria like Salmonella enteritidis can spread more easily. The safest method is to store eggs with the pointed end facing downward, which helps stabilize the yolk position and slows the enlargement of the internal air pocket, factors that can extend shelf life. It's also important to note that egg handling rules differ between countries. In the United States, eggs are washed and sanitized before sale, a process that removes the shell's natural cuticle, a thin protein layer that acts as a protective barrier against bacteria. Once this is stripped away, eggs must be kept under constant refrigeration, ideally at 4 degrees Celsius, 39 degrees Fahrenheit or below, to prevent bacterial growth. In countries like Brazil, eggs are usually unwashed before sale, meaning their cuticle remains intact, allowing them to last longer outside the fridge. But refrigeration still extends their usable life regardless of local regulations. With proper refrigeration, fresh eggs can remain safe to eat for up to 5 weeks after purchase. 4. Nutrient loss from overcooking eggs. Another oversight is overcooking eggs, which not only affects flavor and texture, but also degrades their nutritional profile. When eggs are exposed to very high heat for prolonged periods, the proteins inside, primarily ovalbumin and ovotransferrin, undergo excessive denaturation, meaning their natural structures unravel and coagulate too tightly. This results in rubbery whites and crumbly, dry yolks. A visual sign of overcooking is the green-gray ring that sometimes appears around a hard-boiled yolk. This is caused by a chemical reaction between iron from the yolk and sulfur from the white, producing ferrous sulfide. While harmless, it indicates that the egg was cooked beyond the optimal point. Scientifically, overcooking also leads to nutrient losses, particularly of heat-sensitive vitamins and antioxidants. For instance, vitamin B12, crucial for nerve function and red blood cell production, is especially vulnerable to prolonged high heat. Vitamin A and vitamin D, both fat-soluble and essential for vision, immunity, and bone health, can also degrade when overheated. Lutein and zeaxanthin, potent carotenoid antioxidants that protect the retina and reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration, decline significantly with excessive cooking. To preserve both taste and nutrition, gentle cooking methods are best. Aim for shorter cooking times or indirect heat techniques such as steaming or double boiling. 4 hard-boiled eggs with a firm yolk, 9 to 12 minutes in simmering, not vigorously boiling. Water is sufficient. 4 soft-set yolks, 6 to 8 minutes works well. By controlling both storage conditions and cooking methods, you not only keep your eggs safe, but also maximize the delivery of their nutrients, making every bite count toward better health. When preparing scrambled eggs, medium-low heat is your best friend. Cooking at this gentler temperature while stirring constantly keeps the eggs creamy and tender, preventing them from drying out. High heat, on the other hand, not only causes the surface to brown or burn, but also destroys heat-sensitive vitamins such as B12, A, and D. Excessive heat can also break down beneficial carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that protect eye health. For nutrient preservation, low-moisture cooking techniques like frying in very hot oil are not ideal. Instead, methods such as poaching or steaming allow eggs to set without reaching damaging temperatures, keeping both flavor and texture light while retaining the maximum nutritional value. 5. The hidden danger of excess fat in egg dishes. While eggs themselves are nutrient-rich and relatively low in calories, adding too much butter or oil can turn them into a calorie-dense, heart-unfriendly dish. A single tablespoon of butter adds about 100 calories and 11 grams of fat, most of it saturated. Regularly consuming large amounts of saturated fat can increase LDL cholesterol, commonly called bad cholesterol, raising the risk of atherosclerosis, hypertension, and other cardiovascular problems. Even vegetable oils like soybean or canola, while containing healthier unsaturated fats, are still high in calories. A breakfast of eggs fried generously in oil can easily exceed 500 calories, which may hinder weight management goals. The problem is that liquid calories are invisible. You don't see them in the finished dish, but they directly affect your daily energy intake. For a lighter approach, use non-stick pans, a small spray of olive oil, or minimal butter. Olive oil is a good choice for heart health thanks to its monounsaturated fats, but moderation is still key. For the lowest fat option, poaching, boiling, or steaming requires no added fat while preserving flavor and nutritional benefits. Cracking eggs straight into the pan may seem quick, but it increases the risk of cross-contamination. The eggshell, despite looking clean, can harbor salmonella and other bacteria, often from chicken feces. If the shell touches your food or cooking utensils, those pathogens can transfer. Worse, if a piece of shell falls into the pan, it can bring bacteria directly into your meal. Professional kitchens avoid this entirely by cracking eggs into a separate bowl first. This step allows you to 1. Check freshness by inspecting the egg's color, consistency, and smell. 2. Spot anomalies like blood spots or broken yolks. 3. Remove shell fragments easily before they reach the heat. It also improves cooking results, as you can beat the eggs beforehand for better texture, even seasoning distribution, and the ability to incorporate ingredients like herbs, cheese, or vegetables before cooking. Egg safety doesn't stop at cooking. It starts the moment you handle them. Because eggs exit through the bird's digestive tract, the shell may carry traces of bacteria or fecal matter, even if it looks spotless. Handling eggs without proper hygiene can spread these microbes to hands, utensils, countertops, or other foods, especially dangerous for raw items like salads and fruit. To prevent contamination, wash your hands thoroughly with soap and running water for at least 20 seconds after handling eggs or their packaging. Clean all utensils, bowls, and surfaces that touched raw eggs using hot water and detergent. Use a food-safe disinfectant on countertops, especially if egg spills occurred. Discard cracked eggs, as their protective shell barrier is compromised, allowing bacteria to enter more easily. Leftover yolks or whites should never be left sitting at room temperature. They're a perfect breeding ground for bacteria in warm, humid conditions. Safe handling ensures eggs remain a nutritious, high-quality source of protein without becoming a hidden source of illness. 6. Seasoning mistakes: how flavor and texture are affected. Seasoning eggs might sound simple, but achieving the perfect balance between enhancing their flavor and preserving their natural characteristics requires both knowledge and care. Eggs have a mild, delicate taste, one that can be beautifully elevated or completely overwhelmed depending on how they're seasoned. When no seasoning is used at all, the dish often tastes bland, especially for those accustomed to richer, more intense flavors. On the other hand, adding too much salt or potent spices such as curry powder, garlic powder, or large amounts of black pepper can overpower the palate, masking the egg's subtle taste. This turns what should be a light and balanced dish into something unrefined and even unpleasant. Salt interacts with the proteins in eggs. When added before cooking, sodium ions disrupt protein bonds in the egg white and yolk. In small amounts, this can make scrambled eggs softer and creamier. But too much salt too early can cause the proteins to break down excessively, leading to a runny or even grainy texture. That's why many professional chefs recommend adding salt mid-cooking or toward the end for scrambled eggs. Choosing the right type of seasoning is just as important. Fresh herbs and mild spices, such as paprika, chives, parsley, and a pinch of nutmeg, add depth and aroma without altering the texture. The timing of seasoning also matters. Boiled eggs need far less seasoning than scrambled eggs or omelets, since their flavor remains more contained within the intact egg. For scrambled eggs, seasoning during cooking allows the flavors to blend more naturally. Pairing eggs with flavorful ingredients such as sautéed mushrooms, caramelized onions, spinach, or cheese can also reduce the need for excessive salt while boosting taste and nutrition. This creative approach transforms simple eggs into refined restaurant-quality meals without overpowering them. 7. Avoiding the yolk, a common nutritional mistake. Many people skip egg yolks out of fear of cholesterol, but doing so can lead to significant nutrient loss. The yolk contains the majority of an egg's fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, and K, along with minerals like iron, phosphorus, and zinc. It's also the richest source of choline, a vital nutrient for brain development, nerve signaling, and liver health, which is often lacking in modern diets. Scientific insight. While egg yolks do contain cholesterol, extensive research, including meta-analyses from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, shows that for most healthy individuals, moderate egg consumption does not significantly raise blood cholesterol levels. This is because the body naturally regulates its own cholesterol production. When dietary cholesterol increases, the liver compensates by producing less. The yolk is also a source of omega-3 fatty acids, which help reduce inflammation and support heart health, and antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect the eyes from age-related macular degeneration. By discarding the yolk, you lose these valuable compounds, potentially leaving your diet less balanced and less protective against chronic diseases. For those watching calories or fat, a better strategy is to combine whole eggs with extra egg whites. For example, using 1 whole egg and 2 whites in an omelet. This way, you retain the vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants from the yolk while reducing total fat and calorie intake. This approach is common in fitness and weight loss plans where high protein with moderate fat is desired. Now that you know how to avoid these 2 major egg mistakes, let's go a step further. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like. It helps this channel reach more people. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss new health insights backed by science. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.